Hi and welcome. Today we'll be discussing how to send a mental or telepathic message to another person. So I want to first of all say that this technique works best when you're trying to send the mental message to someone you already know. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think you can send a message to someone that you've never met because this technique really requires a mental connection between you and the other person. So even if you haven't had a lot of interaction with a person or you don't see them very often, it needs to at least be someone that you've met, someone that you've spoken to at least a few times in your life. You will most probably want to do this technique concerning someone who's very close to you. So you already have that bond with a person. It could be a relative, it could be a best friend, it could be an acquaintance, it could be a colleague, a co-worker, boss, things like that. All right, but it needs to be someone that you've already established a connection with, even if you don't see them often. So first of all, what you need to do before attempting this is that you need to clear your mind. You need to preferably go into a meditative state. You could even meditate for 10-15 minutes just to kind of quiet down your mind and clear your thoughts so that you can focus on getting this message to the other person. So what you want to do next is you want to develop a clear picture of the person in your mind. So if you don't really remember what the person looks like, or you have a vague idea of what they look like and you feel like you need a clearer image, then it's always good to have a photograph of them on your person. So you need to really see that person in your mind's eye. You can close your eyes, visualize them standing in front of you, visualize their facial features. If it's someone that you care about or love, you probably will have a very good idea of them and what they look like in your mind. So I'm pretty sure a photograph won't be necessary. But anyway, you will picture this person clearly standing in front of you. You'll picture their eyes, their smile, their voice, things like that. Okay, things that make them who they really are. And then, once you have this clear picture of this person in your mind, I want you to think about what you want to tell them. So think quite directly. All right, don't beat about the bush. Don't be too symbolic. Just think about speaking directly and saying what you mean, if that makes sense, so that the person will have clarity on what you're trying to tell them. And this is the part where I have to say that this technique comes in very handy when you're trying to get someone to contact you, because I've actually tried this technique many times and it's never failed. So if you're trying to get someone to contact you out of the blue, phone you, text you, whatever, this technique works really, really well. But then again, you could also use it to tell someone you love them, or just to tell someone that you want them to have a great day. Things like that, as cheesy as it sounds. So you've now visualized the person, you've now thought about what message you want to give them, and now I want you to visualize yourself delivering this message to the other person. You can do that by writing it down on a piece of paper, in which case you would then visualize yourself writing it down on a piece of paper, putting it in an envelope, handing it to them. Or you could see yourself just standing right in front of them and speaking to them clearly. You can even say the person's name out loud to get their attention and visualize yourself speaking the words to them. See yourself speaking to them. It may feel a bit like an out-of-body experience. You could see yourself as an outsider, or from an outsider's perspective, all right? You don't need to only see the other person. You can see yourself speaking to the other person. You could whisper the message in their ear. You could send them a message like on your cell phone, text. You could picture yourself sending them a text, anything like that, but really concentrate on delivering the message. The means of delivering the message, that's not the important thing. That's not the main thing. The main thing is to say what you mean and say it directly. And if you can get emotion involved in it, even better. The more realistic it seems and the more sincere it seems, the higher your vibration is during this, the better. So if thinking about this person evokes happy, loving feelings, then fantastic. You've achieved your goal. You've actually put yourself in that position where a message can be sent. So, once you have now delivered your mental message, you will then have faith that it has been sent by the universe, or it has been received by the universe, been sent to the person, and you can go about your daily activities. You will probably feel once the person has received your message. I don't know how to explain. It's just a feeling you'll get. You'll be able to sense once the person has received it. It's like, oh, the person has received my message. You might feel like a tingling sensation coming over you. You might just feel a sudden rush of emotion. And that's for a separate video altogether, but the person might actually send a message back, and you may even then receive it. Or you may receive a feeling concerning the person's response. So if you're sending them a message saying, I love you, you might get that loving feeling suddenly, that feeling in your chest, in your heart, in the heart chakra, that actually just corresponds to their response, if that makes any sense. But you will know intuitively once the person has received your message, and you may even get a response back. So that is it in short. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. Bye for now.